Daft Punk is a French electronic music duo formed in Paris in 1993 by Guy-Manuel de Homem-Christo and Thomas Bangalter. They achieved popularity in the late 1990s as part of the French house movement. They also had success in the years following, combining elements of house music with funk, techno, disco, rock and synthpop. They have worn ornate helmets and gloves to assume robot personas in most public appearances since 1999 and rarely grant interviews or appear on television. The duo were managed from 1996 to 2008 by Pedro Winter, also known as Busy P, the head of Ed Banger Records. After Bangalter and Homem-Christo's indie rock band Darlin disbanded, they began experimenting with drum machines and synthesizers. Their debut studio album Homework was released by Virgin Records in 1997 to positive reviews, backed by singles Around the World and A Funk. Their second album, Discovery, had further success, supported by hit singles One More Time, Digital Love and Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. In March 2005, Daft Punk released their third album, Human After All, to mixed reviews, though the singles Robot Rock and Technologic achieved success in the United Kingdom. Daft Punk toured throughout 2006 and 2007 and released the live album Alive 2007, which won a Grammy Award for Best Electronic Dance Album. They composed the score for the film Drawn, Legacy, which was released in 2010 alongside its soundtrack album. In 2013, Daft Punk left Virgin for Columbia Records, and released their fourth album, Random Access Memories, to acclaim. Lead single Get Lucky reached the top 10 in the charts of 32 countries. Random Access Memories won 5 Grammy Awards in 2014, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year for Get Lucky. In 2016, Daft Punk gained their first number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with the song Starboy, a collaboration with The Weeknd. As of 2015, Daft Punk had sold over 12 million albums worldwide. History: 1987 to 1992, early career. Guy-Manuel de Homem-Christo and Thomas Bangalter met in 1987 while attending the Lycée Carnot Secondary School in Paris. The two became friends and recorded demos with others from the school. This led to the formation of a guitar-based group called Darlin with Laurent Brancoats in 1992. Bangalter and Homem-Christo played bass and guitar, respectively, while Brancoats was brought on board after the two sought an additional guitarist. The trio had branded themselves after the Beach Boys song of the same name, which they covered along with an original composition. Both tracks were released on a multi-artist EP under Duophonic Records, a label owned by the London-based band Stereolab, who invited the trio to open for stage shows in the United Kingdom. Bangalter felt that the rock and roll thing we did was pretty average, I think. It was so brief, maybe 6 months, 4 songs and 2 gigs and that was it. A negative review in Melody Maker by Dave Jennings subsequently dubbed the music a Daft Punky thrash. Instead of dismissing the review, they found it amusing. As Homem-Christo stated, "We struggled so long to find the name, Darlin, and this happened so quickly." Darlin soon disbanded, leaving Brancoats to pursue other efforts with Phoenix. Bangalter and Homem-Christo formed Daft Punk and experimented with drum machines and synthesizers. 1993 to 1999, Homework. In September 1993, Daft Punk attended a rave at Euro Disney, where they met Stuart McMillan of Slam, co-founder of the label Somat Quality Recordings. The demo tape given to McMillan at the rave formed the basis for Daft Punk's debut single, The New Wave, a limited release in 1994. The single also contained the final mix of the new wave Call It Alive, which was to be featured on Daft Punk's first album. Daft Punk returned to the studio in May 1995 to record A Funk. It became the duo's first commercially successful single the same year. After the success of Da Funk, Daft Punk looked to find a manager. The duo eventually settled on Pedro Winter, who regularly promoted them and other artists at his hype nightclubs. The band signed with Virgin Records in September 1996 and made a deal through which the duo licensed its tracks to the major label through its production company, Daft Tracks. Bangalter stated that while the duo received numerous offers from record labels, They wanted to wait and ensure that Daft Punk did not lose creative control. He ultimately considered the deal with Virgin to be more akin to a partnership. In the mid to late 90s, Daft Punk performed live without costumes in many places including the United States. In 1996, the duo were featured at an even further event in Wisconsin, their first public performance in the US. In addition to live original performances, they performed in various clubs using vinyl records from their collection. They were known for incorporating various styles of music into their DJ sets at that time. Defunct and Alive were later included on Daft Punk's 1997 debut album Homework. In February of that year, the UK dance magazine Music published a Daft Punk cover feature and described Homework as one of the most hyped debut albums in a long time. According to The Village Voice, the album revived house music and departed from the Eurodance formula. As noted by critic Alex Rayner, Homework brought together established club styles and the burgeoning eclecticism of Big Beat. In 1997, Daft Punk also launched their Daft tour to promote Homework in several cities throughout the world. For this tour, the duo used their home studio equipment for the live stage. As Bangalter stated, everything was synced up, the drum machines, the bass lines. The sequencer was just sending out the tempos and controlling the beats and bars. On top of this structure we built all these layers of samples and various parts that we could bring in whenever we wanted to. May 25, 1997 saw them perform at the Tribal Gathering Festival at Luton Hoo, England, headlining with Orbital and Kraftwerk. The most successful single from Homework was Around the World, which is known for the repeating chant of the song's title. Defunct was also included on the Saint film soundtrack. Daft Punk produced a series of music videos for Homework directed by Spike Jonze, Michel Gondry, Roman Coppola, and Sepp Janiak. The collection of videos was released in 1999 and titled Daft, a story about dogs, androids, firemen, and tomatoes. 1999 to 2003, Discovery. By 1999, the duo was well into the recording sessions for its second album, which had begun a year earlier. The 2001 release of Discovery took on a slicker and distinctly synth-pop-oriented style, initially stunning fans of Daft Punk's previous material and Homework. The group states that the album was conceived as an attempt to reconnect with a playful, open-minded attitude associated with the discovery phase of childhood. This accounts for the heavy use of themes and samples from the late 70s to early 80s era on the album. The album reached number 2 in the United Kingdom, and its single, One More Time, was a major club and mainstream hit that nearly topped the UK singles chart. The song is well known for being heavily auto-tuned and compressed. The song and album created a new generation of fans mainly familiar with the second Daft Punk release. The singles Digital Love and Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger were also very successful in the UK and on the United States dance chart. Digital Love was subsequently covered by the bands Kodaland and Hello Goodbye. The song Face to Face hit number 1 on the USA Club Play charts. A 45-minute excerpt from a Daft performance recorded at Birmingham, UK in 1997 was also released in 2001, titled Alive 1997. The year 2003 saw the release of the feature-length animated film, Interstellar 5555, the 5 Story of the 5 Eckert 5 Tar 5 Stum. Daft Punk produced the film under the supervision of Leiji Matsumoto, who is their childhood hero. The album Daft Club was also released to promote the film. It features a collection of remixes previously made available through an online membership service of the same name. 2004 to 2007, Human After All. In March 2005, Daft Punk released their third album, Human After All, the result of 6 weeks of writing and recording. Reviews were mixed, with criticism for its repetition and seemingly hasty recording. The singles were Robot Rock, Technologic, Human After All, and The Prime Time of Your Life. A Daft Punk Anthology CD/DVD, Music Volume 1 1993 to 2005, was released on April 4, 2006. It contains music videos for Robot Rock, Maximum Overdrive, and The Prime Time of Your Life directed by Daft Punk and Tony Gardner, respectively. Daft Punk also released a remix album, Human After All, Remixes. On May 21, 2006, Daft Punk premiered their first directed film, Daft Punk's Electroma, at the Cannes Film Festival Sidebar Directors Fortnight. The film does not include Daft Punk's music. Midnight screenings of the film were held in Paris theaters starting from the end of March 2007. Initial public comments have since been positive. The Alive 2006-2007 tour began with a sole United States performance at the Coachella Festival in Indio, California in April 2006. Several festival appearances in Europe followed throughout the summer. 2 consecutive performances also took place at the Summer Sonic Festival in Japan, held in Osaka and Chiba City respectively. Daft Punk's final performance of the year occurred in the autumn, when they visited South America and played their second U.S. performance at the Bang Music Festival in Miami, Florida. In June 2007, the duo resumed touring, beginning with an appearance at the Rockness Music Festival in the United Kingdom. After further shows and festival performances in Europe, the act returned to North America for a full-fledged 8-day tour. This reached many markets for the first time on the trek and included a headline festival slot at Lollapalooza in Chicago. A second leg of shows in October followed, consisting of an appearance at the Vagus Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada and 3 shows in Mexico. Daft Punk also mixed and composed much of the music for the Louis Vuitton Spring Summer 2008 Women's Wear Full Show on October 7, 2007. In December 2007, the duo returned to Japan to play a trio of dates. This was followed by a series of special shows in Australia, dubbed Never Ever Land. The dates featured regular tour stalwarts Sebastian and Kavinsky and were ultimately the fastest-selling Daft Punk-related events to date. The tour eventually culminated in Sydney at the Showground Main Arena. Daft Punk released its second live album titled Alive 2007 on November 19, 2007. It contains the duo's performance in Paris from the Alive 2007 tour. The live version of Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger from Alive 2007 was released as a single. Olivier Gondry directed a music video for the single that features footage shot by 250 audience members at Daft Punk's Brooklyn appearance at Keyspan Park, Coney Island. 2008 to 2011, Drawn, Legacy. Following the Live 2007 tour, the duo focused on other projects. Daft Punk made a surprise appearance at the 50th Grammy Awards on February 10, 2008. The duo appeared with Kanye West to perform a reworked version of Stronger on stage at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. For the appearance, Daft Punk used 4 Jazz Mutant Lemur controllers. A press release specified that this was the first televised live performance by the duo in their career. Bangalter's wife Elodie Bouchez also attended the event. Daft Punk later stated in an Emmy-sponsored live web chat that there would be no tour performances for 2008, and that they would instead focus on new projects. A 2008 interview with Pedro Winter revealed that Daft Punk returned to its Paris studio to work on new material. Winter also stepped down from managing the duo to focus attention on his Ed Banger Records label and his work as Busy P. He stated in a later interview that Daft Punk is working with an unspecified management company in Los Angeles. The duo held its Daft Arts production office at the Jim Henson Studios complex in Hollywood. In 2008, Daft Punk placed 38th in a worldwide official poll of DJ Mag after debuting at position 71 in the year before. On February 8, 2009, Daft Punk won Grammy Awards for Alive 2007 and its single Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Later in February 2009, a website stated that a hidden tour had been set for 2009. An event for February 13, 2009 in Shanghai, China was mentioned in the website. It was later revealed to be a hoax. Representatives of the band announced that Daft Punk had no tour plans for 2009, but stated that the duo was looking forward to performing in China during their next world tour in 2010 or 2011. The announcement also stated that all of Daft Punk's shows are and would be posted on their official MySpace page, and that the page can therefore be used to verify validity. Daft Punk provided 11 new mixes featuring its music for the video game DJ Hero. The duo also appears in the game as a pair of playable characters, along with a unique venue. The duo appears wearing its Discovery-era helmets and Human After All-era leather attire. Daft Punk's playable likenesses are absent from the sequel DJ Hero 2, which includes a remixed version of the song Human After All. At the 2009 San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that the duo composed 24 tracks for the film Drawn, Legacy. Daft Punk's score was arranged and orchestrated by Joseph Strapanese. The band collaborated with him for 2 years on the score, from pre-production to completion. The score features an 85-piece orchestra, recorded at Erlenhurst Studios in London. Joseph Kosinski, director of the film, referred to the score as being a mixture of orchestral and electronic elements. The members of Daft Punk also make a cameo appearance as disc jockey programs wearing their trademark robot helmets within the film's virtual world. The soundtrack album of the film was released on December 6, 2010. A deluxe 2-disc edition of the album was also released that includes a poster of the duo from the film. Additional bonus tracks are also available through various online vendors. An official music video for Dearest, with a running time of less than 2 minutes, also premiered on the MTV networks on the same day the album was released. The video, which features Olivia Wilde as the character Cora in specially shot footage, along with images of Daft Punk in Flim's Arcade, was later made available for purchase from the iTunes Store and included in the DVD and Blu-ray releases of the film. Walt Disney Records released a remix album of the score titled Drawn, Legacy reconfigured on April 5, 2011. In 2010, Daft Punk were admitted into the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres, an Order of Merit of France. Bangalter and Homem Christo were individually awarded the rank of Chevalier, Knight. On October of that year, Daft Punk made a surprise guest appearance during the Encore of Phoenix's show at Madison Square Garden in New York City. They played a medley of Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger and Around the World before the song segued into Phoenix's song 1901. The duo also included elements of their tracks Rock and Roll, Human After All, as well as one of Bangalter's side projects, Together. 2011 to 2015, Random Access Memories. Soma Records released a previously unpublished Daft Punk track called Drive that was made while the duo was still with Soma Records and recording Rollin' and Scratchin' and a Funk. The track was included in a 20th anniversary multi-artist compilation of the Soma label. In October 2011, Daft Punk placed 28th in the Top 100 DJs of 2011 list by DJ Magazine after appearing at position 44 in the year before. On January 19, 2012, Daft Punk ranked number 2 on Mixmag's Greatest Dance Acts of All Time, with The Prodigy at number 1 by just a few points. In October 2012, Daft Punk provided a 15-minute mix of songs by blues musician Junior Kimbrough for Hedy Slimane's Yves Saint Laurent fashion show. The duo also placed 44th in DJ Magazine's annual Top 100 DJs list. Daft Punk worked on their 4th studio album, Random Access Memories, with musicians including Paul Williams, Chic frontman Nile Rodgers, and Giorgio Moroder. In January 2013, Homem Christo revealed that Daft Punk was in the process of signing with Sony Music Entertainment through the Columbia Records label, and that the album would have a spring release. A gradual promotional rollout was later launched featuring billboards and television spots, leading to the reveal of the album title and the release date of May 21, 2013. On 3 April, the official Random Access Memories website launched The Collaborators, a series of documentary videos about the album. Later that month, a video preview for the song Get Lucky featuring Rodgers and Pharrell Williams was played at the 2013 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. The radio edit of the song was released as a digital download single 1 week later on April 19, 2013. Get Lucky became Daft Punk's first UK number 1 single on April 28, 2013, remaining at number 1 for 4 weeks, as of 24th of May, and the Spotify music streaming website reported that the song is the most streamed new song in the service's history. At the 2013 MTV Video Music Awards, Daft Punk debuted a trailer for their single Lose Yourself to Dance, and presented the award for Best Female Video alongside Rodgers and Pharrell. For the 56th Annual Grammy Awards, Random Access Memories was awarded the Grammy for Best Dance, Electronica Album, Album of the Year and Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical, while Get Lucky received the Grammy for Best Pop Duo, Group Performance and the Record of the Year. Daft Punk performed at the ceremony with Stevie Wonder, Rodgers, Pharrell Williams as well as Random Access Memories rhythm section players Nathan East, Omar Hakim, Paul Jackson Jr., and Chris Caswell. The ensemble performed Get Lucky before moving into a medley consisting of Chic's Le Freak and Stevie Wonder's Another Star as well as elements of Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, Lose Yourself to Dance, and Around the World. The stage backdrop used for the performance was designed by Daft Arts to resemble a recording studio, incorporating a functioning mixing console operated by Daft Punk. Pharrell later released his second studio album GIRL, in which Daft Punk performed additional vocals for the song Gust of Wind. On March 10, 2014, an unreleased Daft Punk song called Computerized surfaced on the internet. The song features Jay-Z and appears to contain elements of The Son of Flynn from the Tron Legacy soundtrack. In April 2015, Daft Punk appeared in a short tribute to Rodgers as part of a documentary on his life titled Nile Rodgers, From Disco to Daft Punk. In the short clip, the two send a transmission to Rodgers with the message, "Dear Nile, we are sending you this transmission to thank you for all your amazing songs. Your music continues to inspire the world. With love, Daft Punk." Later in 2015, a documentary, Daft Punk Unchained, was released. The film covers Daft Punk's music career from the 1990s up to and including their 2014 Grammy appearance. The documentary features interviews with Rodgers, Kanye West, Pharrell Williams, and others. 2016 present, recent projects. On September 22, 2016, Canadian R&B singer The Ween released a track, Starboy, featuring Daft Punk. The song later hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Daft Punk's first #1 song in the US. On 17 November, The Ween released I Feel It Coming, which also features Daft Punk, peaking at #4. Both songs appeared on The Ween's album Starboy. Throughout the end of 2016, rumors began to surface of a Daft Punk Alive 2017 tour. In September 2016, the rumors led to Pitchfork reporting that Daft Punk had no plans for a future tour. A fan-made website that first appeared on October 27, 2016 featured a blank page with text reading Alive in plain text. Within the website coding were geo-coordinates based in Paris, Los Angeles, London, New York, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, Ibiza, and Indio, the last being the location of Coachella. The website has since been taken down. In February 2017, Daft Punk launched a pop-up shop in Hollywood, California featuring memorabilia, artwork, and a display of the various costumes the duo has worn over the years. The duo also performed with The Ween at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards on February 12, 2017. Throughout the years following the Starboy collaborations, Bangalter and Holman Christo have worked solo as producers, appearing on several projects. On June 21, 2017, the Australian band Parcels released the song Overnight, produced and co-written by Daft Punk. In February 2019, it was announced that Daft Punk will launch an electronic art exhibition at the Philharmonie de Paris featuring various costumes, guitars, and other fixtures based on the theme of the duo's song Technologic. Influences. Bangalter and Holman Christo have credited many sources that influenced their musical style. Bangalter recalled that the records motivated him to learn English as a second language, since he wanted to understand the lyrics. The duo's mutual admiration for rock bands led to the founding of their own indie group called Darlin. Bangalter explained, "It was still maybe more a teenage thing at that time. It's like, everybody wants to be in a band." They also drew inspiration from the rock and acid house in the United Kingdom during the early 1990s. Holman Christo referred to Screamadelica by Primal Scream as the record that put everything together in terms of genre. The liner notes of Homework pay tribute to a large number of musical artists and contain a quote from Brian Wilson. Bangalter stated, "In Brian Wilson's music you could really feel the beauty, it was very spiritual. Like Bob Marley, too." When questioned on the success of Daft Punk's debut album and the rising popularity of their associated musical genre, Bangalter responded, "Before us you had Frankie Knuckles or Juan Atkins and so on. The least you can do is pay respect to those who are not known and who have influenced people." The Daft Punk track Teachers, from Homework, refers to several influences, such as Romanthony and Todd Edwards. Holman Christo stated, "Their music had a big effect on us. The sound of their productions, the compression, the sound of the kick drum and Romanthony's voice, the emotion and soul, is part of how we sound today." A 2011 Bodytonic podcast featured tracks from all of the artists named in Teachers, the Brian Wilson speech quoted in the liner notes of Homework, and a Kraftwerk like 1983 track produced by Daniel Van Gaard, father of Bangalter. Romanthony and Edwards later collaborated with Daft Punk on tracks for Discovery. For the album, Daft Punk focused on new styles of electronic music. A major inspiration was the Aphex Twin single Windowlicker, which was neither a purely club track nor very chilled out, down-tempo relaxation track, according to Bangalter. The duo also used vintage equipment to recreate the sound of an artist from a previous era. As stated by Holman Christo, "On Digital Love you get this Supertramp vibe on the bridge, which was generated through an in-studio Wurlitzer piano." During a later interview, Holman Christo clarified that "We didn't make a list of artists we like and copy their songs." Daft Punk would collaborate with Edwards again on the song Fragments of Time, featured on the 2013 album Random Access Memories. During a 2009 interview, Bangalter named Andy Warhol as one of Daft Punk's early artistic influences. For the Tron Legacy soundtrack, the duo drew inspiration from Wendy Carlos, the composer of the original Tron film, as well as Max Steiner, Bernard Herrmann, John Carpenter, Vangelis, Philip Glass, and Maurice Jarre. Daft Punk later sought a West Coast vibe during the production of Random Access Memories, referencing such bands as Fleetwood Mac, the Doobie Brothers and the Eagles. They also highlighted the influence of Jean-Michel Jarre in an interview following the album's release. In January 2017, London-based music publication Fact Mag featured a 1,000-track playlist of Daft Punk's influences to mark the 20th anniversary of the release of Homework. Visual components and image. Daft Punk are well known for their use of visual components associated with their musical productions. The music videos for their singles from Homework featured distinctive characters and placed emphasis on storytelling instead of musical performance. The album Discovery subsequently became the soundtrack to Interstellar 5555. Their outward personas have also changed over time. In one of the duo's earliest magazine appearances, Holman Christo stated in a Jockey Slut interview that, "We don't want to be photographed, we don't especially want to be in magazines. We have a responsibility." Although they allowed a camera crew to film them for a French television arts program at the time, Daft Punk did not wish to speak on screen because it is dangerous. During their Homework years, the duo would usually wear a variety of masks to hide their appearance. Bangalter noted that the foundation for a lot of what we're about artistically is the 1974 film Phantom of the Paradise, in which the title character prominently wears a mask. Daft Punk were also fans of the 1970s band Space, known for wearing space suits with helmets that hid the performer's appearance. In 1998, the Bangalter side project Stardust experimented with the band wearing reflective costumes in their music video. When not wearing disguises, Daft Punk occasionally preferred to be replaced by animation, as they appeared in the work of director Michel Gondry DVD, or have their faces digitally obscured for press kits. Few official photos of the duo's faces exist, including a blurry one found in the Homework liner notes. In their more visible Discovery years, Daft Punk appeared wearing robotic headgear and metallic gloves for publicity photo shoots, interviews, Live shows and music videos. The helmets were produced by Paul Han of Daft and the French directors Alex and Martin, the duo who also designed them. With engineering by Tony Gardner and Alterian Incorporated, they are capable of various LED effects. Wigs were originally attached to both helmets, but the duo removed them just before the outfits were publicly unveiled in 2001. Daft Punk introduced the costumes to many U.S. television viewers in an advertisement during a special presentation of the music videos from the Discovery album during Cartoon Network's Toonami block. Bangalter once stated, "We did not choose to become robots. There was an accident in our studio. We were working on our sampler, and at exactly 9:09 a.m. on September 9, 1999, it exploded. When we regained consciousness, we discovered that we had become robots." Daft Punk have said that they don their robot outfits to easily merge the characteristics of humans and machines. Bangalter later stated that the costumes were initially the result of shyness. But then it became exciting from the audience's point of view. It's the idea of being an average guy with some kind of superpower. When asked whether the duo expressed themselves differently within the robotic suits, Bangalter stated, "No, we don't need to. It's not about having inhibitions. It's more like an advanced version of glam, where it's definitely not you." With the release of Human After All, the musical duo's outfits became slightly less complicated by consisting of black leather jacket and pants and simplified versions of the Discovery headgear. The attire was designed by Hedy Slimane. Bangalter stated that, "We never like to do the same thing twice. It's more fun and entertaining for us to do something different, whether it's wearing masks or developing a persona that merges fiction and reality. We're happy to give back to the masses." According to Bangalter, the duo has a general rule about not appearing in videos. Although Daft Punk rarely grants interviews, Bangalter is cited as being the more talkative and opinionated one of the duo. With regard to fame and stardom, he said. In the same interview, he was also asked a question if stardom can be avoided. During the filming and promotion of Daft Punk's Electroma, the duo went to great lengths to avoid showing their faces. While on the set of the film, the duo chose to be interviewed with their backs turned. As reported in October 2006, the band went as far as to wear black cloths over their heads during a televised interview. During this interview they noted that the use of cloth bags in particular had been a spontaneous decision, reflecting their willingness to experiment with their perceived image in the media. It is believed that the mystery of their identity and the elaborate nature of their disguises have added to their popularity. The iconic status of the robotic costumes has been compared to the makeup of Kiss and the leather jacket worn by Iggy Pop. Bangalter has noted, "The mask gets very hot, but after wearing it as long as I have, I am used to it." He later stated that the helmets in their current iteration are fitted with ventilators to prevent overheating. Daft Punk continued to wear the robot costumes in their live performances at the 2008, 2014 and 2017 Grammy Awards, with variations in clothing. During the 2014 ceremony, they also accepted their awards on stage in the outfits, with Pharrell and Paul Williams speaking on the duo's behalf. The decision to stay in costume drew criticism from viewers on Twitter, including future White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, who misspelled the duo's name as Daft Funk. In both their appearance at the 2017 Grammy Awards and in the When's I Feel It Coming music video, the duo wore long black capes and chrome-plated gloves along with their customary helmets. Appearances in media. Daft Punk's popularity has been partially attributed to their appearances in mainstream media. The duo appeared with Juliette Lewis in an advertisement for The Gap, featuring the single Digital Love, and were contractually obliged to appear only in Gap clothing. In the summer of 2001, Daft Punk appeared in an advertisement on Cartoon Network's Toonami time slot, promoting the official Toonami website and the duo's animated music videos for their album Discovery. The music videos later appeared as scenes in the feature-length film Interstellar 5555, The Five Story of the Five Egret Five Tar Five System, in which Daft Punk make a cameo appearance as their robot alter egos. The duo later appeared in a television advertisement wearing their Discovery-era headgear to promote Sony Ericsson's pre-mini mobile phone. Their robotic costumes also make an appearance in the Masterclass section on Chilly Gonzalez's 2006 DVD release From Major to Minor. In 2010, Daft Punk appeared in Adidas advertisements promoting a Star Wars-themed clothing line. Daft Punk has also produced music for other artists. They produced the Teriyaki Boys' debut single Heartbreaker on the album Before Chicken. The song contains a sample of Human After All. Daft Punk later produced Nerd's song Hypnotize You. Daft Punk are featured on the cover of the December 2010 issue of British publication Dazed and Confused to promote the film Drawn, Legacy, for which the duo composed the score. They also made a cameo appearance within the film as masked DJs at the End of Line nightclub. In 2011, Coca-Cola distributed limited edition bottles designed by Daft Punk, called Daft Coke. They were only sold in France. A newer version of these theme bottles now exist as collector's items, some parts of the bottles such as the cap and Coke logo being plated in gold. Daft Punk, along with Courtney Love, were photographed for the music project of fashion house Yves Saint Laurent. The duo appear in their new sequined suits custom made by Hedi Slimane, holding and playing their new instruments with bodies made of lucite. In 2013, Bandai Tamasha released a SH Figuarts, SHF, action figure for Daft Punk coinciding with the release of Random Access Memories in Japan. Following a series of teaser trailers, Daft Punk made a rare public appearance at the 2013 Monaco Grand Prix in May on behalf of the Lotus F1 team, who supported the duo by racing in specially branded cars emblazoned with the band's logo. Daft Punk were scheduled to appear on the episode of The Colbert Report on August 6, 2013 to promote Random Access Memories, but were unable to do so because of contractual obligations regarding the duo's later appearance at the 2013 MTV Video Music Awards. According to Stephen Colbert, Daft Punk were unaware of any exclusivity agreement and were halted by MTV executives the morning prior to the taping. In 2015, Daft Punk appeared alongside several other musicians to announce their co-ownership of the music service Tidal at its relaunch. Tributes. The duo has been acknowledged in works by other artists. In Losing My Edge, the first single by LCD Sound System, lead singer James Murphy sarcastically bragged about being the first to play Daft Punk to the rock kids. LCD Sound System also recorded the song Daft Punk Is Playing at My House, which reached number 29 in the UK and was nominated for the 2006 Grammy Award for Best Dance Recording. The Soulwax remix of the song also contains samples of many Daft Punk tracks as well as tracks by Thomas Bangalter. The song Number 1 Girl by the Dutch music project Lila mentions the names Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Homem Cristo among other producers and artists. In the Flight of the Conchords episode Sally, a music video for the Flight of the Conchords song Robots is shot with homemade robot costumes fashioned by the band's manager, Murray. Jermaine comments, "It doesn't look like Daft Punk. We wanted ones like Daft Punk." Daft Punk tracks have been sampled or covered by other artists. Technologic was sampled by Swizz Beatz for the Busta Rhymes song Touch It. In a later remix of Touch It, the line Touch It, Bring It, Pay It, Watch It, Turn It, Leave It, Start, Format It from Technologic was sung by R&B and rap artist Missy Elliott. Kanye West's 2007 song Stronger from the album Graduation borrows the melody and features a vocal sample of Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Daft Punk's robotic costumes make an appearance in the music video for Stronger. The track Daft and Direct from Daft Punk's album Homework was sampled for the Janet Jackson song So Much Better from her 2008 album Discipline. The track Aerodynamic was sampled for Wiley's 2008 single Summertime. Veritas Quo from the album Discovery was sampled for the Jasmine Sullivan song Dream Big from her 2008 album Fearless. DJs Mark Mysterio and Teo Moss released a cover version of One More Time featuring the vocals of Yardi Dawn. Daft Punk's Around the World was sampled for JoJo's 2009 song You Take Me, Around the World. The song Cowboy George by The Fall contains a clip of Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. A cappella group Pentatonics performed a medley of Daft Punk songs, released as a YouTube video. As of August 2019, The video had been viewed over 311 million times. The medley won for Best Arrangement, Instrumental or a Cappella of the 57th Grammy Awards. In a December 2012 episode of The Simpsons titled The Day the Earth Stood Cool, recurring character Disco Stu wears an outfit which is very similar in design to Bingultur's. The online role-playing game World of Warcraft references the musicians with non-player characters Ga-Io Kristallgeir and Tivilix Bingultur, which wear distinctive diving suits and helmets based on the duo's signature appearance. In the 2014 animated film My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rocks, the character Rarity briefly dons an outfit with a helmet similar to that of Homme Christos. The 2014 French drama film Eden includes appearances by two actors who portray Daft Punk at various points in their career. An hour-long documentary named Daft Punk Unchained was televised on June 24, 2015 in France and on February 9, 2016 in the UK. It uses pre-existing Daft Punk footage along with new interviews of their colleagues to document the rise to fame and the lives of the duo and their pioneering influence on the electronic music scene. The duo was satirized in a 2015 episode of Family Guy. In the 2016 reboot of the Powerpuff Girls, two ghosts shaped like both elements of Daft Punk appear in the episode Puff Dora's Box. Daft Punk was later referenced and parodied by the Pigs in the Angry Birds movie as Daft Piggy, along with Steve Aoki, as Steve Oinky, in the movie. A medley of Daft Punk songs was played at the 2017 Bastille Day parade by a French military band, in front of French President Emmanuel Macron and his many guests, including US President Donald Trump. In the DuckTales reboot episode Mystery at Duckmanor, Dewey Duck adopts the persona of DJ Daft Duck and wears a helmet modeled after the Homme Christos. Bicolellia Daft Punka, a species of flatworm, was named after Daft Punk because part of the organism resembles a helmet. Discography. Studio albums. Homework, 1997. Discovery, 2001. Human After All, 2005. Random Access Memories, 2013. Concert Tours. Daft 1997.